Hey everybody, this is A7X Fan Ben. Welcome to Pirates with Ben, blog number 27 actually. I think I might have skipped a number, or hopefully I didn't miss a day. I'm pretty sure I didn't, but anyway, this is blog 27. It's June 6th of 2018, and it's going to be a short one because I'm just going to do the features here, jump right into things with the deal of the day. I kind of got a pair here because the main one, which is this one here, is ending in about 5.5 hours. It's an auction. It doesn't have any bids yet. I think it's kind of underrated. I posted it on Miniature Trading. There are some duplicates in the lot. It's 40 bucks, but it's got a bunch of Revolution stuff, some Mysterious Island stuff, and then some stuff from other sets too, including a few things from South China Seas and the Caribbean set. So I already noticed some forts and some good ships here, some very good ones like the Rattlesnake and Executioner, HMS Nautilus, Jarvis, Bloody Jewel. There are some submarines as well. So I think it's kind of a cool lot, but maybe people aren't interested in it because of the price, or maybe just because it's kind of random, I suppose. But at least you know what you're getting, so there's no surprises, and it looks all in nice condition and unpunched and whatnot. So, but since that's ending, I'm going to give another option, which is 6 packs of Barbary Coast for just under $17, so with free shipping, which is great. So it comes out to less than $3 a pack, and it says there's 4 left of these, so hopefully that'll probably last a little longer. But they're running out of these too. So 2 deals of the day, and then you can find the links in the description below to go and purchase those if you want to check those out. And I'm just going to jump right into the card of the day. So set numbers 1 through 14 for all the different sets. Random number generator says 2, so it's Crimson Coast today. So I'm going to go to the Crimson Coast set page at the Miniature Trading database. And I think Crimson Coast has around 130 pieces. We'll see if I'm right. And I'm not going to include the number. Actually, I guess I will. Let's see what it comes up with here in the database. And while it's loading, just let me know what kind of ideas you want to see on the blog, as always. So, all right, so it goes to 303. Actually, looks like 130. Yeah, 130 goes to the Roanoke, so that's the end of the regular set. But so I'll go to 303. 1 to number 303 is 47. It comes up with. So Fort Brompton, nice. All right, so our first fort for card of the day, first fort of the day, I guess you could call it. So Fort Brompton is an English fort. It's a common, obviously from Crimson Coast. All 4 of the cannons or flags are 3L, and the ability says this fort gets +1 to its cannon rolls when a ship is docked at it. So this is a pretty cool fort. I think it's a little bit generic, but I think for 3 gold you're getting 4 cannons, all shooting at 3L. So it's a pretty good fort overall, and the ability is pretty nice. It's better in big games because in smaller games you're not going to have a ship docked there just to get the bonus usually, because you can't really afford to have ships just sitting around. Unless you're also defending the same fort with that ship, then you could park it there to get the kind of like a World Hater bonus almost for a fort, which is cool. So then you'd have 4 2L guns. But I say it's better in a bigger game because then you could actually afford to have a ship docked there. The Spanish did this a little bit in Vassal Campaign Game 1. They actually have a ship, the Academia, that can't be shot at while docked, so that was the perfect ship to station at a fort. And the fort didn't have this ability, but that's one example of being able to use a ship with an ability like that in order to get the bonus in kind of a fitting way, I suppose. Kind of an interesting little combo. And I would say this fort is good pretty much at any game size. 3 gold isn't really a lot, so I would use it in 40-point games or especially campaign games and things like that. So in a rating, game piece rating from 1 to 10, that's sometimes tough to come up with on the spot without really thinking about it beforehand. I would say maybe 7.5. It's a good fort, but it's not quite, it's not an amazing fort. Ramsgate is better. That's an English fort that's better. Overall, though, forts are pretty effective for the most part, and you may have seen them in Vassal Tournament number 2, battle reports from last year and the year before. So in competitive play, forts are featured a bunch even there. So you can tell that forts can be pretty useful and an effective tool, especially if your opponent doesn't have many gunships and they have mostly a gold-based fleet. The forts can be a good way to secure gold and keep it safe, especially if you need to go off doing other things and you can't get all the gold from that island home all in one go. So around 7.5 sounds about right. It's pretty much kind of a normal fort. It's not super exciting, but as forts go, it's still good. So still an effective game piece. And then the picture of the day, you probably guessed it would be from Economy Edition, and once again it is. 3 years ago today, this picture was taken, and this shows the lagoon in Economy Edition right after the curse basically took over. So the lagoon is only, you can only enter the lagoon with game pieces that can submerge. So sea monsters that can submerge, and submarines. And I did a little house rule where krakens and giant crabs can like submerge, so to speak. So most sea creatures could just go in the lagoon. So the Americans and I think a tiny bit of the Franco-Spanish were kind of in the lagoon a little bit, and then the curse took over, as you can see from this picture. So they've got a couple squids in there. They used their submarines to start getting gold from the Gold Island, and the ships you see on the outskirts, the Crocodile and the Serpent's Fang. The Serpent's Fang I just did a review of. She has that L booster ability, so she was able to boost the sea creatures into the lagoon and speed them up. And then the Crocodile was carrying either Sargasso Nightmare or the Hag of Tortuga, which is an L booster cursed crew. So that's the picture of the day. The lagoon is still one of the better looking and cooler game pieces I've ever, custom terrain island pieces that I've ever used or made. So it's pretty sweet. And then the Gold Island in the middle I've used a few times since then. So it's a nice combo. And hopefully I'll see the return of the lagoon someday. I've thought about it a bit in the past, but it's also extremely fragile, especially because there's some weight on it from all the glue and like the rocks and stuff used to make it. So it like droops and like it's very fragile. So transporting it, you almost have to put it in like a folder or a binder or something. Um, but anyway, so and speaking of which, you could check out my recent island and terrain review video of Ross and AZ's stuff, which is on my channel right now. But other than that, check the links in the description for more info on the stuff I talked about. I'll put a link down there to Economy Edition, which is where you can see that picture and the whole story behind it and what happened to this cursed squadron and whatnot. So thanks for watching. Always recommend things if you want me to talk about them, different topics and whatnot. And other than that, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.